This is the practice quiz review, problem number 1. Angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. If we are trying to prove two lines are parallel, angle 1 and angle 2 do not help us prove that because they only involve two lines. So it's just it's two intersecting lines. So there are no parallel lines here. So we would say no. And the reason is linear pair. No parallel lines. There's not enough lines. Okay. Number 4, angle 7 and angle 6. Well, now we have two lines and a transversal. If angle 7 and angle 6 add up to 180, they're supplementary. And remember, if consecutive interior angles are supplementary, which is what this statement says, these lines are parallel. And it's the two lines here where angle 7 is formed and angle 6 is formed. So the parallel lines are A parallel to B. And the reason is called consecutive interior. I'm not going to spell the whole thing out. I'm just going to put consecutive interior. Number 12, we're looking at angles 2x minus 33 and x plus 21. These two angles do not have a relationship. They're not corresponding, they're not consecutive, they're not anything to each other. However, this and this angle are vertical, which means they are equal. So what that means is that this angle is 2x minus 33. Okay, and the premise is that the lines are parallel, so we can assume that these are consecutive interior, which means that they add up to 180. So I'm just going to add them up. 2x plus x is 3x. Negative 33 and positive 21 are negative 12. And together, those two angles add up to 180. So now we just solve for x. We get 3x equals 192. So x equals 64. If you don't have a relationship that's obvious, try and find one. And the relationship we found here was vertical angles. Number 14. On number 14, we have, again, consecutive interior angles. So they should add up to 180. So the way we set that up is we add our x's together, and we get 20x plus 20 equals 180. We subtract the 20 from both sides, and we get 20x equals 160. Divide by the 20 and we get x equals 80. Number 16. We're trying to prove that L and M are parallel. So we have to look at what the relationship is. This, we would just ignore this line. Just pretend like that line's not there because we're only interested in L and M. And so what is the relationship between these two angles? They're corresponding. These are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are congruent. If they're congruent, that means we set them equal to each other. Okay, so we would do 3x minus 18 equals 105. Add the 18. We get 3x equals 123. Divide by the 3, and we get x equals 41. Find the slope of the line through the given points. Slope is x minus x. Sorry. Slope is y minus y over x minus x. So we're going to do 1 minus 9 over 3 minus 4, giving us negative 8 over negative 1, which we reduce to positive 8. Number 20. Okay, we have to determine if the lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So what makes a line parallel is when the slopes are the same. What makes it perpendicular is when they're opposite reciprocals, and neither, they have no relationship. So first of all, they have to be solved for y. That means y has to be alone. So this one's okay, and there's my slope, negative 1/4. So let's get this y alone by getting the 2 away from it. To unto multiply, we have to divide. So that gives us y equals 4x plus 5. Opposite reciprocals mean that if it's a whole number, you would flip it and make it a fraction. And to make a whole number a fraction, you put a 1 underneath. So this would become positive 1/4, the reciprocal. The opposite reciprocal means the opposite sign. So if my slope is 4 here, and the slope here is negative 1/4, they are opposite reciprocals, opposite signs and flipped. So that means that this line is perpendicular to this line. These are perpendicular lines.